The Navy just reassigned one of their top officers after the death of a young man who tried to become a Navy SEAL. We covered the case of Kyle Mullen extensively. He died after successfully completing the SEALs Hell Week at their base near San Diego. Training begins with 210 men. By the middle of Hell Week, 189 had quit or been injured. 20% of candidates make it through Hell Week. That's about 1 in 5. Commander of the Navy Special Warfare Center, Captain Brian Dreschler, got reprimanded in the death. But now the Navy pulled him from his job a few months earlier. That very rarely happens. Normally, pulling an officer, especially a senior officer, out before the end of their tour of duty signals the end of their career. Mullen's death is in addition to this video aired by CBS of other SEAL training. The SEALs call them evolutions. And the video showed tear gassing trainees for nearly a full minute, 4 times longer than allowed. Some in the special warfare community have called it abuse and worse. Regina Mullen is here, Kyle's mother. Boy, I've read a lot about your son. It sounded like he was really a really remarkable young man, and I'm sorry for your loss. I know that every day is reliving it for you, especially when we have to talk about it, and I appreciate you being here. When you heard today of the reassignment, is this enough, or do you think there needs to be some other level of accountability?
It's not enough. He just got transferred. He has his job. He has his bird. He's alive. He's got full benefits. It's a slap on the wrist. It's disgusting to me. And there's many more involved that should be in serious trouble.
And specifically, look, being a Navy SEAL is one of the more dangerous professions in the world. The training for it's intense. As they say, they train like they fight. There have been a number of accidents. People have died. What makes your sons different that you say people need to be held accountable for?
Okay, because their training that the previous SEALs had, it's changed. So around Group 345, they upped the protocols or didn't follow protocols. And let's say being in the water for 1 minute, they extended it until they're spitting up blood. How is that training when you're left in the water, freezing cold water, where your body saves itself and you get SIPE? They were leaving him in the water too long, where they get SIPE, not treating him. They were forcing them to not be medically treated like the previous SEALs were sent to medical. My son, well, he would have had to quit, which ring the bell. My son would never quit.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.